Hello, everyone, and welcome out for coffee.
Stop. Let's go back.
Why?
Why are we welcoming people out?
They're out for coffee. It's the name of the show. What do you mean? What are we doing welcoming them out?
You say that every time. Shouldn't it be welcome to out for coffee?
Okay, well, the point is that they're meant to be sitting at the table with us.
Yeah.
Is this a new concept? How many episodes in are we? And we're just
I don't know, but every time I listen to it, I'm like, that can't be right.
Why do you not mention it sooner?
Because I forget.
Welcome out for coffee. Welcome out. Come on out.
Welcome out.
Welcome out for coffee.
Welcome
no,
out.
That is wrong, isn't it? The more
welcome
I'm saying
out
it,
to out for coffee. It's welcome to out for coffee.
All right.
Sorry.
I know Rob's going to put this in the full episode. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Out for Coffee
with Mike and Laurie.
Hi, I'm Mike Crabb.
And I'm Laurie Schultz. Welcome to the show.
We'll have some caffeinated conversation.
And maybe some special guests along the way.
Who knows where the conversation will go? You're out for coffee with Mike and Laurie. That actually does roll nicer. I feel like it's less like they're with us. I want them to be with us. They're out for coffee with us. You're with us. Hello, everyone. How are you, Laurie?
I am well, Michael. How are you?
Oh, I'm just, you're keeping me on my heels here.
Are you all flustered now?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting episode.
Okay.
We'll see. I actually have missed you very much. It's nice to join you for a cup.
Can you feel the love tonight?
It's very sweet.
And so on and so forth.
You're stopping there, though. We don't have the rights. We can't afford it.
No, I think it cost the office like $200,000 or something like that for Michael Scott to sing 2 tickets to paradise.
Oh my God.
That's all he sang. And it cost thousands. Tens of 20s of hundreds of thousands.
How much did it just cost us for you to do it like that?
Nothing. Because I do what I want.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad what you wanted to do was go out for coffee with me tonight.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's that time of year. I remember back when we did our back to school episode, you talked about how you have kind of 2 New Years. You have your calendar New Year and your school New Year. And now we're kind of reaching the end of what would be your school year end right now.
New Year's Eve, baby.
You've had your time off. And how are you feeling now that the school year is wrapping up and you haven't
It's over. I cannot believe this year is over.
You blinked.
I did. God. How did that happen?
I don't know.
Like, I really do feel like we were just having our back to school episode.
It literally just felt like it.
Yeah. And now it's the end of June.
Yeah. Well, welcome to life. Oh, you're not ready for it, eh?
It just went too fast.
How many cups of coffee did you have? How many cups of early bird coffee did you have over this past school year?
Are we measuring it in cups?
Yeah.
Or vats?
How many urns have you drank?
I stopped drinking urns a long time ago.
Oh, have you?
When I got kicked out of the crematorium.
I was waiting for it. I saw it coming.
Sorry. I still want to go to one day and say, hey, you guys take walk-ins.
You're just waiting for the day, eh?
I know.
You had all year to do it.
I know. I'm just waiting for people to set up the joke so I can see it through. That's what I do.
Well, we have that to look forward to.
It does not matter how awkward the situation gets. I'm cracking a joke.
You're finding a way to get in there.
Putting the fun back in funeral. Sorry.
Well, do you have any plans for your upcoming summer now that we're... No, nothing.
Nope.
I'm
just keeping it all on the down low.
And hoping to stretch it as long as you can.
Yep. I'm not making any plans because I am just awaiting to see what the universe decides to dole out. Okay.
Well, I thought maybe since it's kind of time appropriate right now with school year ending, that maybe we could talk about some more of our school days and maybe like prom or the things we did or didn't do in school, like go to class and the things maybe we got up to when we didn't go to class.
See, I went to class, so I don't know.
Did you have good attendance?
Yeah.
Now you're probably you're a different generation than I am. Did you have
You shut it.
Did the Skipatron ever call your house if you
What's a Skipatron?
You don't know about the
that
Skipatrons?
Sounds good. I'll have one.
When you do your attendance for your class on the little, you fill in the bubbles and then you give it to the office and then the office feeds it through a machine and it automatically calls your house to tattle on you. This is Skipatron.
See, we call that Center Voice.
You call what?
It's Center Voice.
Center Voice?
Yeah.
That's like the actual name of the program?
Yeah. Center Voice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sinner because I've sinned because I've
No, I don't think so. I think it's more like SYN. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
I like Skipatron better.
Okay. We'll call it the Skipatron.
Yeah, Skipatron we call it. I actually had a really good system. Okay, because I skip class. Go to school, kids. Don't skip class. But in my days, I found that as a good time to spend time with my friends and not get a whole lot of actual stuff done. But what I would do is I would sneak home after school, not after school. I never went to school. I'd be at home waiting for the Skipatron to call, and it would always call sometime between like 4 and 5:30. So what I would do is I'd have the cordless phone with me and I'd have it off the hook and I'd watch my TV and stuff like that. And then I'd hang up before I would start going, you know how it does that to tell you, yo, your phone's on. And I'd hang it up and then I'd pick it up and I'd listen to see if there's a voicemail. And then there wouldn't be one. So then I had to keep doing that until the voicemail was there. And then what I'd do is jump on, delete the voicemail before my parents noticed it was there. And I was scot-free.
Chris Crab, I'm talking to you directly right now. Can you hear this? Can you hear this BS?
Hey, if I put in half the amount of effort in actually going to class that I did to get around not going to class. Hey.
Your mom is probably ashamed.
Not just from this. That goes a long way back.
A long list of things.
Just add it to the list.
That's right.
Yeah, so I had a whole system in place to avoid going to class.
It surprises me so much, just knowing you as an adult, not knowing you as Mike, the high school kid.
Right.
Just who you are today and how you have such an incredible work ethic and you are so accountable and so responsible. It just does not seem like, I feel like I'm being punked right now.
Well, our youth years are for dicking around and doing things you're not supposed to do. So I'm glad I did it then.
I didn't dick around.
You're dicking around now.
That's right. Now, I've skipped class for an entire year now. I'd probably beat your record.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a really good way of looking at it.
Right. I had to get it done and over with back then. That's exactly what I needed to do.
Okay.
Yeah. I would often, now here's the thing is I'd also often skip class.
You like my new mug?
I do. I saw it on our live episode, on our last live episode
fair.
as well.
That's
too.
fair.
So it's a nice big mug.
Yeah, it is. Holds a lot of stuff. I like big mugs and I cannot lie.
Oh, it's true, I guess.
Sorry.
It's all right. Can I continue?
Yes, I'm sorry. You skipped class.
So yeah, I would skip class with often what I would do is actually I would skip class to just hang out in the cafeteria with my friends. Like I wouldn't even leave the school sometimes.
That's just dumb.
And my teacher would walk by and see me and wonder why I wasn't in class. So I've said it before. I was a good kid, but I was a bad student. So I would often not go to class, or like I would go to class and I would get the assignments and I would actually complete some of the assignments, but it would be due date and I'd skip it. And so I would never hand in my completed assignment. It was so dumb. It's so dumb. Looking back, what was I doing? I was having fun, actually, is exactly what I was doing.
You probably would be very surprised to know that I was a bit of a class clown.
What? Not Laurie Schultz. I don't believe it for a second.
No. But I was such a good student.
So yeah, good marks and everything.
I was like, A plus, like 95, 96, 97, 98, that it was kind of overlooked because I could get away with it because I'm just so damn adorable. I still am.
It's true.
You can get away with anything. Get away with because I'm so adorable.
Adorable.
Yeah. That's probably the first word that comes to mind when you think of me, right? Is how adorable.
Yeah, adorable.
That's it. But I had nicknames for a lot of my teachers.
Okay. Like what?
I would call them to their faces. Never Mr. or Mrs. anything. It was always the nickname.
Oh, and you got away with it?
I sure did.
They would have been nice names, like not specifically mean names.
Oh, no, just not their names.
Just not their
names. Yeah.
Like, would it be like I call you Miss S, like that, or would it be like Miss Spider Butt?
Actually, let's tie this into Bonnie and Clyde for a second.
Okay, which I just finished producing with our Stages Kids. Yeah.
In your pit band.
Yeah.
Was one of my former teachers.
Oh, small world.
Mr. Smythe, or as I called him for many years and still call him to this day, hey, Smythe baby. Smythe baby.
You could get away with that.
Yeah.
Calling a teacher Smythe baby.
Smythe baby. Now, that's not the worst, though. One of my principals in high school.
Yeah.
I had a principal for the first 2 years and then another principal after that. Okay. His name was Mr. Thorpe.
Okay.
Thorpe.
Right.
He was Torpedo. To his face.
He didn't mind.
He didn't mind, but I think I was the only person who was ever allowed to call him that. Maybe
it was just easier to accept that than to have to deal with you.
Yes, you cannot modify my behavior.
No,
there is no dangling carrot big enough that's going to change my behavior.
Just give her high grades and get her out of here. My God.
Before she demoralizes us all. But no, they were good. They were good names and they were said in fun.
Right.
And many, many years later, actually just a few years ago, I happened to see Mr. Thorpe.
Right. Did you call him Torpedo? Did you
I looked right at him and I'm like, Torpedo. And he knew exactly who I was too.
The hair on the back of his neck stood up.
Yeah. He's like, oh, God, I was hoping she was dead by now. But I'm not. I'm very much alive.
You're kicking it.
And I'm still on fire.
Ooh, yeah. Lord. Oh, watch out.
I don't know. Y'all have nicknames. You both have nicknames. I just haven't shared them with you yet.
You don't have a nickname for me. You call me Mikey once in a while. That's pretty generic.
Said. You've got one. I haven't shared it with you yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. What is it? You're not going to share now?
Not now.
You just mentally keep this in, or is it like Dear Diary today?
No, I'll release it when it's appropriate.
Okay.
I'll drop it.
What makes an appropriate moment?
When I decide the time is right.
Okay. All right.
Listen, I've had so many nicknames myself.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm qualified.
Okay. Well, I've only ever really been called Mike, Michael, Mikey, Krabby.
Yeah.
Cement Head. That was a good one for my dad.
Okay. All right.
Chucklehead. That's a good Bob Crab one too.
Chucklehead.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I don't know. So when you're saying earlier you could get away with stuff at school because you were just so darn cute.
Yeah.
That you could fly under the radar. But now I will admit that because I was a good kid, when I would have teachers that would be frustrated that I wasn't handing things in or I wasn't going to class, that they kind of struggled with it because they would talk to me about it and I would be so understanding and agreeable. And like, they're not wrong. What they're telling me, they're absolutely right. I should be doing these things, but it wouldn't change how I handled them. So I had a great relationship with almost all my teachers. They just couldn't do anything about it.
You know who you are? You're an Eddie Haskell.
Who's Eddie Haskell?
Who's Eddie
a wrestler?
Haskell?
Is that a wrestler?
Oh, help me, Rob.
Rob, who's Eddie Haskell?
Is Eddie Haskell a wrestler? Oh my God. Help me, Rob. Eddie Haskell.
I think I need to do some Googling.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I was doubled over laughing.
Who's Eddie Haskell? Is he a wrestler?
He sounds like a wrestler.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Googling.
You don't know.
Okay. To our audience, I am so sorry.
Here's the thing.
This every time.
Hold on a second. Yes, we do need to do this because I have a demographic of people that relate very closely to me. And I guarantee you, I'm not the only person out there who has no idea who Eddie Haskell is.
Yeah.
An American actor,
Yes.
fictional character. Oh, it's a character.
Yes.
Leave It to Beaver. I have
Yes.
never seen Leave It to Beaver.
How have you never seen Leave It to Beaver?
Is this his brother?
Yeah, unless you.
It's the neighbor.
No, he was the next door neighbor.
His
But,
brother's
yeah,
name is
it's-
Gord. No, what's his brother's name? What's
No.
Beaver's brother's
Wally.
name? Wally. Gord, Wally,
Wally.
Eddie Haskell.
Yeah, Eddie Haskell was the neighbor. But yeah, if you haven't seen that particular sitcom, that's definitely that's our era, Laurie.
He could be a wrestler
Our
now.
era. Rob, I
I'm
wasn't
just-
born in the 50s.
Sorry, I'm throwing you in there.
Our
Late
era.
50s. Late 50s.
Yeah, you'd have to be subscribing to, what do they call that? The Deja Vu TV or something, one of those
Probably.
channels.
Yeah. Eddie Haskell was the guy who was kind of a little bit of a D-bag, but he was so kind to the parents. Oh, yes, Mrs. Cleaver, your hair looks lovely today.
Oh,
Behind the scenes, he was like, yeah, okay, whatever. But he was just so, when the authority figure came in, he was so charming. And so
He was a kiss up. We would call
he was
him.
a shyster.
oh.
Yeah. So that's why when you said that you were the teacher struggled because you were so kind and you were so good and you were so.
You get
Well,
Eddie
you're
Haskell.
Eddie Haskell.
Well, he sounds like a wise young man who knows how to get his way through life. That's all I hear.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's a
yeah,
shyster.
for sure.
Did you grow up watching Leave It to Beaver, Rob?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was kind of classic TV.
I remember I'm sure it was probably the 90s. They did like
Yeah,
a
well,
remake,
yeah.
like a movie.
Now, mind you, we had to go out and have somebody stand behind the TV and turn the crank, to keep it on. But
It wasn't
A
coal powered.
Flintstone. It was a monkey back there,
it's
just
right. Yeah, back there. Yeah,
The good old days.
it's like I was just laughing to listen to you guys getting started today, talking about the what did you call that? That machine that called your home when you didn't go to school?
The Skipatron.
Skipatron, that's what it was. And I was thinking, yes, yeah, in my day.
The teacher probably showed up right at your house.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. When on lunch break, walked down to my house and said,
Deal
Yes.
with it.
They
How come the boys
discouraged
aren't-
that now.
how come the boys aren't in school?
Oh wow.
Yeah, there was no such thing as a Skipatron. Holy mackerel.
Skipatron. I think that's like a giant robot who's got like
That's right. It's like
I
a
know.
Danger Will Robinson.
Yeah.
Truancy.
yes. It's got like a ruler for this arm and like an eraser for this arm.
Throws apples at you.
Yeah. Keep the doctor away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, interesting.
Oh, wow.
I
So there's just a few differences in our generational upbringing, if you will.
Would you get a phone call home, Laurie? Not that you ever did, but should you have skipped class, would the teacher have called?
I don't know.
You never had to experience that, eh?
I have no idea.
Interesting.
I was a good kid. I did what I was supposed to do.
Well, I know the Skipatron for a change. I know the Skipatron now has adapted, and I'm pretty sure they text message directly to the parents. So, or in a
Yeah.
they've known that the Mike Krabs of the world out there has found a loophole, and they filled it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I send my best regards to the youth of today.
Go to class.
Yeah, go to class.
And then so you can graduate.
Yeah, graduating is probably an important thing to do when you're
Yeah.
supposed to.
Tell me about your graduation there, Mike.
So we've spoken in past episodes about my lack of graduation
Right.
when it was meant to. However, I did do all the graduation-y things on time, like get my grad photos done
Yes.
and things like go to prom and all that. I didn't do the ceremony. What do you call that? Like commencement? Is that commencement?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never did a commencement type thing, but I should have graduated in 2005. And I was there for 2006, like the 2005, 2006 year, which I don't know if I said this in the last episode. I am really grateful that happened the way it did, because that is the year I met Kevin. And I would not be the person I am or in the place I am today if I didn't have to go back for that fifth year.
Isn't it amazing the way I'm going to get all philosophical again.
Do it.
Where the universe just throws things at you when you need them, not necessarily when you want them, or you think you need them, or you think you want them, or you're demanding them.
Yeah.
But everything is just like a domino chain of events, right?
Yeah.
Like if that hadn't happened, you wouldn't have done that. And then if that didn't happen, this wouldn't have happened. And it's the very same for me.
And yeah, exactly. And I would have, if you go back far enough and see how, I probably would have never have met you. Like this is a very real possibility that our paths would never have crossed if I did what I was supposed to back then. Yeah. So I'm grateful that things have turned out the way they are, because I could have a really crummy life right now, which would have also been a result of all those things. But like, I'm where I'm meant to be right now. I'm really happy that everything happened the way it did. Now, I know that comes with a side order of hard work and making positive relationships and stuff, which takes work, but I'm where I need to be.
And I think sometimes the opportunities would never present themselves if we weren't put in the situation that we're in. Even when you don't feel like it's the cogs are turning, they are. Right.
They're always turning.
They are.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So did you do a commencement and graduation?
Yeah. I don't necessarily. I went to grade 12. I graduated from grade 12, but I also went to OAC, like the grade 13 year.
Okay.
So I had like 2 graduations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, did you, sorry,
proms.
Remind me. So like you technically graduated at the end of grade 12, but you went back for extra credit. And
yeah, I got my OSSD,
right?
An Ontario Secondary School Diploma,
right?
At the end of grade 12. But that's when the grade 13 was the OAC year, and you got 6 OAC credits.
Yes.
And those were to get you into university.
Right.
Right. So I actually got to MC my commencement.
Of course you did.
I was given a
Torpedo
choice.
was like, get her up there.
Yes. Just do anything to keep her quiet by letting her talk.
Give her a microphone.
Yes.
She'll fill the time.
Yeah. I was given a choice. I could either give a speech.
Okay.
Or host the whole thing.
You're like, give it all, baby.
And I said, so the speech would be like about 5 minutes, but the whole thing would be me talking like between everything the whole time.
Right. The fill in and the ebbs and flows of the whole thing.
Yeah. And I said, come on, which one do you think I want to do? So I hosted the whole thing. I decided to forego the opportunity to give the speech. And I gave a speech, all right. But I had one condition. Here's me. I'm no agent. I was like Bill Murray. I represent myself. Okay. My one condition was I don't do scripts.
I'm sure they love that.
They went with it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they went with it. They said, just stay on topic. They said, here are the topics.
Make sure you're going to
talk. Yes. And Mr. Charlton, he was my OAC English teacher.
Okay.
He loved my writing. Like he was my writer's craft teacher. Right? Okay. Loved my writing style. Always suggested that I go into stand-up. So I think he was actually going to co-host it with me. Oh. So I think this was his opportunity to give me a little bit of a platform.
Right.
Yeah. And he also was the guy standing there with the hook.
Ready to.
Yes. So I think that was the reason I got a chance to do that, is because it was like, all right, you get to be her handler. Anything goes wrong, it's on you, man.
On you, buddy. And he didn't have a nickname?
Yeah, he was the Big Kahuna. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and that's all I called him, was the Big Kahuna. Yeah. When I had to write him a note or something, it was just to the Big Kahuna.
Go get that. Big Kahuna, that's from the Flintstones? What's the name? No, what do they call him on the Flintstones? It's something like that, isn't it? Grand Poobah.
The Grand Poobah. The Big Kahuna. That was, I forget.
Is that from a thing?
I think it's a thing. The Big Kahuna. It's a thing.
Thanks
for help us. What's the Big Kahuna? Something Hawaiian.
Maybe. Yeah, probably. Is it not Laverne and Shirley? Was it not?
That was the Big Ragu.
That's the Big Ragu.
Here comes another Google. Big Kahuna.
Yeah. The Big
I'm spelling it
Kahuna.
wrong. It's a Big Kahuna burger.
That sounds good.
Oh, I got not a whole lot going on here.
Okay.
What is the Big Kahuna?
Kahuna.
It's just a slang word. Most important or dominant person or thing. It is what it is.
I thought it came from a character. Anyway, he was the Big Kahuna.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he and I got a chance to host my commencement. Yeah, it's good times.
It sounds like a nice cap to your. Was that the grade 12 one or was that the OAC one?
I can't remember. I really can't remember.
Okay.
But
it was probably the grade 12 and they're like, do not have her do this again.
Or maybe it was the grade 13 one. Let her do it and she is gone.
She's just like, yeah,
that's it.
Give her her swan song. Go.
Let her go. Yeah. No, that was a good time. Anytime I get an opportunity to speak in front of a large crowd without a script, I'll take it.
Yeah, you don't even need a microphone. You just make it happen.
You know what I need?
What?
I need a megaphone.
That's exactly what you need.
That's what I want so badly is a megaphone.
So you try to order one on Amazon and it literally will shut it down on you because it knows that you can't handle
Hashtag louder, Laurie. Yeah.
Yeah. Watch out Woodstock.
Anybody out there who's got shares in a megaphone company, I'll try your product if you let me have one.
Please do not give her a megaphone.
I can hear you.
Okay. Did you go to prom?
I went to 2 proms.
Oh, nice.
Grade 12 and OAC.
Grade 12 and OAC. Wow.
Yeah. And the first one was horrible for me.
Why was it horrible?
First of all, my boyfriend didn't go with me.
Oh, no.
He wasn't allowed to go.
Why? Because his mom knew you were going with him?
Well, that was part of it.
Oh, no. I was kidding.
But he was in his OAC year.
Right.
And his mom was like, no, you went last year to prom. You don't need to go to 2 proms.
Oh.
So,
but it wasn't personal. I thought she heard it was you.
No, I think it was also a little personal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's write her a letter.
That's okay. No, it's good. It's good. It's all good. So he made me, he had his buddy go with me.
Okay. So he found a fill-in.
No, thanks.
No,
it was not my finest. I mean, nice guy. Just, I wasn't into it. Didn't want to go.
Okay.
With him. And he came to the house and was handling my mom's pearl necklace because I was going to wear pearls with my dress.
Right.
Pearls everywhere.
No. Oh, no.
So that didn't work out very well. And then I ended up with such a bad migraine that night. I couldn't even eat the dinner.
Oh, no.
I was at the table with my head down on the table the entire night.
Oh, that's not good. I don't know why I'm laughing. I don't know. It's not funny. But for some reason, I can picture
it's not funny.
Very vividly.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, it was not the best night. But then grade 13 prom.
Right.
I decided I was going solo and I went with just a bunch of friends.
Right.
Well, a bunch of couples. There's a bunch of couples and me.
You always want to be the 7th wheel.
That's right. Always.
With your megaphone. Hey, somebody dance with me.
Forget it. I'll dance with myself. Just me singing in the megaphone to the DJ. I'm not helping my cause any, am I? But I was wearing, I think I've told this story before.
I feel like you might have, but yeah, go ahead a little bit.
I was wearing this like green crushed velvet dress.
Right. Yeah.
And a choker.
Yes, I remember seeing the photo from this as well. Because Susie was part of your group, was she not?
Susie was part of the group.
I recall this photo.
Anytime I would sneeze, that choker went flying off my neck. It was great. It was like, how many times does somebody sneeze in a night? You'd be surprised. You don't enter it until you have to go find your choker on the floor 11 times in an evening. I don't know.
It was like the crushed velvet was holding all the dust in the room or something.
Oh.
Did every time it go pew to make a noise when it shot off too?
Yeah, just like that. And it went
right in the punch bowl.
That reminds me of something else. I think I've told this story too.
Okay.
Something else I could get away with.
Okay.
As a student, because I was such a good kid.
Right.
I wrote commercials in my English media class. Did I tell you about this?
I think you did. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're new here, they were commercials for somewhat inappropriate products. And I did it very well. And
tastefully?
Well, I don't know if it was tasteful, but it was well done. But this was a different time. A much different time.
What kind of products?
You sure you want to know?
Just tell me a product.
One of the products was it was a device that helped when you were down.
Okay. Got the blues?
Nope.
Oh.
Think of the sound effect I just made.
Okay. Okay.
It was if a gentleman was down.
Right.
I needed some help to get up.
Lift his spirits.
To lift his spirits.
Right.
And then the sound effect went. We even had a slide whistle. It was great.
Oh my God, Laurie.
It was, yeah.
I remember making a commercial in high school. It wasn't for anything in particular. It was like a media class or something, but it was for Preparation HP because I went to Huron Park. And it was somebody who was very uncomfortable in their classroom. And it was to shake your groove thing from Peaches and Herb.
If your steak is still bleeding.
What?
Preparation HP. HP sauce for steak.
What are you doing?
Hemorrhoid cream?
Yeah, I hear you. It's too many combinations of things right now.
Well, I thought that's what we were going. I forgot the whole Huron Park connection.
It was the Huron Park connection. It was not Preparation HP sauce. Shrinks up your lips? I don't know. What?
That's what I meant. If your steak is still bleeding.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Because hemorrhoids bleed, Mike.
I know. And you're going deeper into this and I don't want you to.
Yeah. Well, that's you have to go deeper into it. You got to get them cut out.
Stop, Laurie. What are you doing?
I don't know. Where are we, Mom?
So you went to prom.
Right into the ditch.
You went to prom.
I went to prom twice.
I got you beat. I went to 3 proms.
Thrice.
Yes.
You went thrice.
Thrice, yes, says the teacher with her proper English. I had a girlfriend when I was in grade 10 who was graduating. And so I went to her prom. That was an experience. And then there was my grade 12 one and then my 5th year. And in the 5th year, so Kevin and I couldn't go together because
times are changing, baby.
It was 2005 in Woodstock, 2006 in Woodstock.
Yep.
And so we both had very wonderful dates that knew that we were together at that point. So we could still kind of enjoy the evening together secretly. That
was nice. Did you give him like an up nod across the room?
Oh, yeah. An up nod is so much more impressive than a down nod. Like, no, up nod.
Down nod seems like you're upset.
More aggressive?
Yeah. An up nod's like, I got you, man. Right. I'm with you.
Well, maybe I did. Give him the old up nod.
Yeah. It's the nod of recognition.
Oh.
Don't you think?
I feel like it's a pick a fight nod, though, isn't it? I feel like a down nod is out of respect and yes, lower energy out of respect, but an up nod is bring it.
I guess maybe it depends on what your eyebrows are doing.
Very different.
Yeah.
We should talk to a professional actor who can give us some workshop tips on how to properly nod in various ways.
How do we nod in context?
Yeah. What's
I've been nodding wrong.
Your whole life. I'm nodding off. Hey, I think we are out of coffee right now too.
Are we? Already?
Yeah. Do you have any more exciting school back summary times of years? What?
I just used to love getting out of school, cleaning up my locker on the last day, man.
That is actually a very satisfying.
Yeah.
Weight is lifted. Taking that report card home was always a challenge.
Yeah, I think did they get mailed? No, maybe, I don't even remember.
No, mine were handed to me and I had to wait till my mom asked for it.
How though? Like, well, maybe, I don't know. I guess because exams would just happen. You'd already be gone.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking elementary.
Oh, elementary
school.
Yes.
It's when you said clear. I didn't have a locker in elementary, but I would clear my cubby or my
Your
desk.
cubby.
But yeah, I don't know why my brain just automatically, those I think are the most important end of school year memories for me. That's why my brain went to those years.
And we made, when I was in like grade 6, 7, and 8, we made like little makeshift yearbooks.
Oh,
our 2 classes, like I was in a school that there was only 2 grade 8 classes, 2 grade 7 classes, grade 6 classes. And so we combined and made little yearbooks that everybody got a copy of, and we all signed each other's things,
Right.
In high school, obviously, you get the hardbound.
An actual,
But these
the Argus yearbook.
They were more like pamphlets.
Do you still have them?
Maybe somewhere. Yeah. I have a lot of stuff.
I was never a yearbook keeper. I just was like, I have friends that have them and I'll just borrow theirs. And I'm glad because Kevin was a yearbook person. So I have them all except for my grade 9 year because he was a year younger than me. So I don't have a grade 9 one, but my friends do.
You've seen my grade 13 photo.
I have. Yes.
That's my favorite photo of all time.
It's a good photo.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never had the nerve to be able to take a silly photo at any point ever for school.
I just wish I could get away with it now.
I'm surprised you can't.
Well, I'm pretty sure it would be frowned upon.
Probably.
Maybe.
Well, I had a really great end of school year catch up with you, Laurie. I wish you a happy summer ahead before we head back into the fall in no time. I can't believe it's already halfway through June.
I've been having back to school dreams since like the beginning of March.
Dreams are nightmares.
Well, isn't every back to school dream a nightmare?
Yeah. You're not wrong.
Yeah, I think so.
Nothing good ever happens.
No. It's that stressful dream, right? Like I showed up and I don't have any of my stuff ready, or my classroom's locked and I can't get in. All the kids are outside, or I booked a field trip but didn't book the bus, and now everybody's waiting. And I
that is stressful. Trip. Oh, that is stressful.
These are dreams that are gonna. I can't
pace yourself. Yeah, just breathe.
That's why I just need that megaphone to let lose some steam over the next couple of months.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need. Yeah. So I'm a little afraid to mess up the outro. Do you want to take this one, Laurie?
Thank you, everybody, for joining us today for Out for Coffee
with Mike and Laurie.
Bye. Guys.
See you later, Rob. Do you have questions, comments, or ideas for a future show? Reach out to Mike and Laurie on their social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or email us at mikeandlauriesocials@gmail.com.